Okay. Oh my God. Oh
I
my
missed
God.
the gist. Network kicked me out.
Sorry. Okay.
May I say something?
Yeah.
It's true that I didn't go through because I came back and wanted to listen, and then it's like what the recording too. There was a lot of breakage, and the network wasn't permitting. But I hope that this class is meant for us to know people's personalities. We will be able to know what somebody can do by default.
Yes.
If we to identify that this person like this husband I have to deal with, these are his characteristics, I can be able to have a soft spot for him in some places where even when, because that is his nature, that is his way, that he can only work on by the power of the Holy Spirit to change some things
Okay.
that by default naturally that's how he is. So it's true. I didn't know about the assignment, but I think that I'm going to work on it to identify myself. But I was already identifying my husband's own.
Not so. It's easy.
Yes.
It's easy to identify somebody's own, because you do that one easily.
I identified mine already.
Okay. Tell us. Is there a
I'm
major and a minor, or just
yes.
major?
My major is the powerful choleric, and the minor is the sanguine.
Okay. All right. Great. So, what are some of the qualities that make a powerful choleric?
Okay.
Or
They
character traits of a powerful.
they are powerful. They are impulsive at times. Yes, they are dynamic. They are strong.
Work-oriented.
Yes, they are born leaders. They are creative. Easily get bothered, actually. That one is very true. Any small thing like that, I'll be bothered for till the problem is solved.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's great.
they are independent. In fact, that one for me is key. I like to be independent. I like to do my things on my own. I don't want this one come and tell me do this one, do that one. No, I like to be independent on my own place.
All right.
Yes, and for the sanguine, the one I identified there is encouraging.
All right.
With a childlike spirit, yes. At times I'm very childish. And then easily attract people and make friends. Yes, those are some of the things that I identified myself in.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, this exercise is actually an exercise. It's to help us know us. For example, me, I'm a sanguine choleric. I know that. I'm a
Mommy,
sanguine.
please, Mommy, can you spell it out?
S-A-N.
The lines are breaking.
Yes. Is it okay now?
The lines are breaking.
Annie, is it my network?
I can hear you.
It's okay. I can hear you.
Mommy Carol, can you hear me?
Yes, Manny.
Okay.
I can hear
me.
I can hear you, Mommy.
Okay. See, take this. SANGUINE.
Yes, Mom. Thank you.
Annie, can you just write it all at on the chart? The sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic, so that she can get the spellings. Okay. The most important part of this exercise is for you to know you. Man, know thyself.
Okay.
I said, for example, me, I'm a sanguine choleric with some phlegmatic traits, yes, but it's more of sanguine choleric. Now, when I know there are two things. I can overtalk, so much so that it may affect my counseling. You know, one of the qualities of a counselor is, in as much as you have to help the counselee to talk, you have to allow the counselee to talk more. You don't give him ideas. You allow your counselee to express themselves. So as a counselor, I have to know me. That, oh, since as a sanguine, one of the things with sanguine is they talk. They are talkative. It means when I have to somebody, the first thing I have to be conscious is that don't overtalk more than you listen. Because someone has come to talk to you. So you should not talk more than the person that you have to listen to. The consciousness of me being a sanguine makes me to try to exercise self-control, which is a spirit control temperament. Makes me to exercise self-control. Okay. I exercise self-control. So in that consciousness, when somebody is talking, each time, quiet, already in me. So my environment now shapes my personality, makes my environment, my character towards that person. If they ask somebody to describe you, the person would describe you based on the character you are even portraying to the person. So that environment that I find myself with, the consciousness of my temperament, makes me to understand what I am doing. Therefore, a counselee, when I master myself, may be tempted to say, hey, woman is quiet, oh, quiet person. I've learned to be quiet, especially during. Are we there? So because I know myself, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know that I can analyze, like there is this conscious knowledge of some things that when someone comes to talk, you already know, like a counselor, maybe versed with the different problems, or you're already used to, you have studied. When somebody is coming out to talk, it's like, okay, I already know you. And let me just solve your problem. No. One of the things counselors should know is some people just look for a place to air out. Somebody say, I just want you to listen to advise me. But I just need someone to come to you like a counselor, because one of the qualities of a counselor is that they should be able to listen. They are listeners. So I study this temperament a lot. You're not patient. You are not patient. It means that you have to practice patience. The natural, even a choleric person is walk, is not really too there. But you have to practice patience. Not just, you must, because of the assignments you have to do. That is why understanding as a counselor, this weakness, this strength, and their way out helps you naturally to be, it puts you in a position you can help others. Okay? Very important. Very, very important. For a phlegmatic, or let me just say a domineering parent, we are talking about a choleric parent is a dominant type and barely have time for their family. You get it? A choleric parent does not have time for family. When the rest of the family members get average, mediocre in their performance, the choleric becomes impatient. The choleric, there is always need for more with a choleric because of that leadership-oriented or leadership personality. So a choleric person does not settle for less. Your latest achievement is your starting point for a choleric person. There's always a need for more. Their children will find it very hard. So you see parenting of a choleric. Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
We see parenting of a choleric counselor. Imagine a counselor come. You see, my husband beat my God. Oh God, you're really angry. In fact, you just want to buy the case and you want to go and beat the husband. Or my wife did this to me. Which kind of wife is that? I've already complained again, even more than the person, because you are too choleric. So that's why this thing is very, very important. Choleric comes from the word colère in French, the French word colère, anger, hot tempered. So when we look at it, imagine a counselor, you are just, you cannot be patient. Before the person, you already reacted. So it can destroy your counseling career. Because you refuse to master your temperament. You refuse to work on your natural you, to have the best version of you that people can enjoy. That best version of you that can act people as a counselor, you have not worked on it. So a child will come and talk to a choleric parent. The parent will just want to go and fight. A choleric parent just want to go and fight. A choleric parent just wants, why did you do this to my child? Why did you do this to my child? Do you know that this is a choleric parent is always wanting to be right? That is the challenge with a choleric parent. They can teach their children, like I said, how to establish. Because they are too purpose-oriented. They don't settle for average life. They can easily put their children down and make them have goals. Are we there?
Yes.
Now, we go now to, let me say, parenting for a melancholy. For a melancholy. How do they parent their children? The first thing even about a melancholy is that they are homely. They are homely. They like, they're organized. They are homely. They want to be around. They are creative too. Okay. And at the level of parenting, they can make friends, so, but they are not too much of a friendly person. For their, as a parent, They can sacrifice and die for their children's well-being. While a choleric parent is pushing the children, one strength is they push the children. A melancholic doing everything for even the children. Let's take, for example, a choleric parent is teaching their children. You will hear, stop it, shout. They will shout many times in doing homework. They will beat, that's like, mistake is not supposed to happen. Why should a child make mistake? They teach you one time, you should. They are bitter towards the least thing that is an error. They don't have too much time for children. No. Melancholic parent now, because he's organized. A melancholic parent, because of always there, takes time. Even if they want to know, they are organized. They can tell the child 1 + 1. Okay? No, don't put the 1 there. They make sure order is respected. They can take their time and they give it to their children. They are tired like this and they are still sleeping and getting up and teaching the children. They have a way of sacrificing in all that they are doing. They will still come back. As parents, they are not people that are friendly. They allow you to always come to them, visit them, but they don't really have all the time to have friends here, there, go up. It's not in their nature. It is not in their nature as far as parenting is concerned. So they like order. When they are entering the house, like I told us last time. So if a woman comes and tells you that my husband is too orderly, you already know. My husband does not like when a child will even put a spoon, he will shout. You already know the kind of man. You don't know that that's a choleric, melancholic husband at the same time. A spoon, he will just shout. Melancholic tendencies are too high. Those are people that if they put a plate, they can boil rice and tell you the quantity of rice, you touch it. It's not magic. They know they are too sensitive to details. You touch a pot of rice, they'll come and say, somebody touched this pot. This is not how the lead was. But you see a sanguina, they can cook it and keep it there. In fact, they even forgot that they have cooked and they have kept. What there is that thing about them. They easily forget. So a sanguine can tell you something forgotten. It went off easily. Very easily. You can gossip to a sanguine. They talk, sometimes you can say something, then you come back again. What were we even saying? I've forgotten. So even when you have to gossip the second time. They talk, but they forget. So if they want to give you the same thing, they'll not give you the same. So if they have to gossip something to a sanguine, and the sanguine has to relate it again, know that there must be Maggi in the thing. If the sanguine know how to put the Maggi in the thing that you do, they will add the oil to be like that. So they really know how to exaggerate. So now, how will I talk to a woman? Like we said, I have to help that has a melancholic, that or has melancholic tendency. There are many, ma'am. What I want us to understand, dear counselors, is that this thing affects their sexual life, affects their financial life. They think that they say men cannot do without sex. There are men that can stay. It's true. There are men that, for example, sexually, a phlegmatic husband is not the type that, he's not motivated. Sex is not something like, so women will say you use sex to get it. It's not it for a phlegmatic husband, except that he has some other qualities attached to it. But if he's that dominant, forget it. You see, a woman will tell you that if my husband have not had sex, it is at least 4 times. Sometimes therapists will even tell you. Another woman will say, my own, no, even 2 weeks, but then it's not an issue. Please check. Sometimes it's not an issue with them. Because of the temperament. Sometimes it's work. All of these things put together make what you call that spouse. So this person's husband is different from the next person's husband or the spouse. You don't compare them. So one of the things you should do as a marriage counselor when you are fully working is that your counselees should work on their temperament, especially if you are doing premarital counseling. They should, you look for the form, they should feel it, you talk to them, you teach them. How well do they know each other as natural men? Meaning that if his work does not affect this marriage, if his job, his health, everything being equal, what will become, who is he in this marriage, in this relationship? What kind of a person naturally is he? At first, when I didn't know, and I want to counsel couple, I always ask them, I say, have you people ever quarreled? Somebody will say no. I say, if you people have not argued, I don't, in my mind, I'll say, I'm not sure that people are ready for marriage. Have you people ever had a disagreement? No, we have never had. I say, my dear, I really want to give an assignment. Try to see whether you people have a disagreement. I used to say that, and it is very correct. You people should try, because if somebody tells me whether you people have been married for 50 years or how many years, one of the things that have made you people strong is how to know, master your disagreements come because treat the weaknesses of our temperaments. So the weak side of your personality comes out. And then people don't know. Now, we take into consideration all of things. You have a husband that enters and goes out. It's not because the house is boring. It's just that it's somebody that when he enters like that, what can we be doing? There's nothing to be done in this house. Let me go out. Then a wife who does not understand, how will I make my husband to stay? You instead go and you are comparing a melancholy husband who just want to leave and rush home and come and rest. The only thing that may discomfort a melancholy husband in his home is disorderliness or is disorganization. That may make him maybe stay him at work, but he likes an organized environment. He just comes and stays in. Very homely. You hardly see them in bars. You hardly see them hanging out. It's not in their nature. So you go and marry a melancholy husband. You come and you are comparing the man with a sanguine husband that They like to go out. They like, you be having problems in your marriage. So when you want to counsel people, all that I know, their wives have their strength. Most often, phlegmatic husbands don't like taking the lead. They mostly get married, it's their wives that take lead. That's the truth. They don't really like leadership role because they are not proactive. They are not. I've said a phlegmatic husband is that husband that if he has paid the children's school fees, he has tried. So he celebrates himself for paying the children's school fees. If he buys or builds one house, oh my God, he compares himself, right, with those who have not constructed. Instead of comparing with those who have constructed 3 and they are even having many lands. No, it's not like that. So most of the time, you ask him, where, Daddy, can we do this? Oh, my phone, they say my phone is hitting. Where, Daddy, can we do this? He says, yes. And then he keeps him quiet. Please just give me a few minutes. Let me activate let me go to my laptop. They say my phone is hitting you.
Avoiding the topic. Network has knocked you out. We are not getting. It's breaking, Mom. We are not hearing anything. Oh.
She's not
She said
on.
she
Wants to.
She'll
be coming back.
laptop.
Be coming back. She wants to change the.
Here's something. They say he can crawl into a shell of silence if things don't work out. I used to say he's a snake of husband. The type that as he's going, immediately they discourage him. He will just be quiet. He's not easily motivated. He gain. He's one of the people that they get married to those choleric sanguine wives. They always feel that the wife is boss. So you just know the kind of man. No, how do I help this kind of a man? You are extremely, you demonstrate loyalty and submission. Knowing fully well that if the man is the kind of jealous type, you are in trouble. You will not go out there. You will remain at the back. He cannot push you no matter the potentials. He can push you to walk because the benefits coming. You can walk yourself to bed sometimes. So you get up in the morning, you can be walking. Oh, they are just around very playful. They have a diplomatic way of excusing themselves. Phlegmatic are very cunning people, just like husbands and wives. So it's not just one-sided. You see a woman that will just make her way out. They say this why you get sense, Toroki sense. You are not doing anything, but they hardly get offended with you. because you are just cunning. So they have that way. Sexually is not their issue, like I said. Emotionally, he's fearful of many things and prone to worry. Like I earlier said, he can be ruled by his wife. People will just this is that the wife is ruling her, but that's not really the case. Phlegmatic people they seem to be loyal to everybody. They're very diplomatic. Hardly talk bad of them. They always good people. They always prove to be good people. Because we said they're people-oriented. Phlegmatic people are people-oriented. So, all of these things, they make what you call that person. A choleric person. Oh my God. Let me see. Hey, I said, sorry. Okay, let's go to
the lines
choleric.
are breaking. The lines are breaking.
Why, what's happening? Let me check. Let me try to leave from here and concentrate. Now, Sava.
It's better.
It's better, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm taking the next temperament now. Where were we? We just turn around them and we go about it. It's okay. Provided you understand their weaknesses and their strength. Let's take, for example, we are at sanguine, right? Generally, we say sanguines are animated, playful, according to the sheets that I gave us. They are refreshing. There are people that are around them. There is always life. They are promoters. That's why it's difficult for, I don't know, they are supposed to be good marketers. Except otherwise, they can promote your business until you know you can buy very well. They are funny. They are spontaneous to act. By the time you are thinking, a sanguine has already thought and is acting. They are very spontaneous in what they are doing. Before, as they are sitting like that, they're already thinking. They always have a kind of plan B. They are always having like that. So fire people, they mix easily, so they can easily go along with people. They are popular. They are lively. Many of these things. Now, in the form that I gave, right? What were we supposed to do? I've given it and I've given their dictionaries. The dictionary, the words, and their definitions are there. You take the word. Don't check whether you are sanguine. Normally, I was supposed to give the one that doesn't have the temperaments. But I just give this one so that you should be sincere to yourself. Away the headings, take away the topic. You just come, you check. What's the meaning of animated, adventurous, analytical, or adaptable? The one that suits you in that column, you tick it. You tick all. Okay. 1 to 20.
Yes.
So you don't tick column 1, column 2. You don't go to number 1 and you tick analytical, and adaptable. No. You take one, in that row. Are we there? Now, when you take it all, at the end of the day, you come under sanguine. You write the total. You come under choleric. You write the total. You go under melancholy. You write the total. And then under phlegmatic. Now you come to their weaknesses. Don't say, I am not. You'll be cheating yourself. They say you are bossy. You say, hey. It means I'm a bad person. You'll be cheating yourself. And you'll be fooling yourself of who you are. We have our spirit-controlled temperaments. According to Galatians chapter 5, the fruit of the spirit is that which we should digest and work on, because it helps us to walk by God's nature. Galatians 5:22-25. These other ones, they help you to know the natural man. The Bible says in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, it says, the natural man does not understand the things of the spirit. Okay? But a spiritual man understands all things. Therefore, what makes a man spiritual? It is the fruit that comes from the spirit of the man. A counselor that is a Christian counselor should manifest Galatians 5:22-25. Spirit-controlled temperaments. For those who came late, we said we have these books at the bookshop. If you really want to understand temperaments, buy any of these two books. Why you act the way you act, why you act the way you by Tim Liar, I think so. Spirit control. In that, they will give you these 4 temperaments. They will give you the 12 blended temperaments, and then they'll give you the spirit-controlled life, which will really help you as a counselor in your counseling, because what is natural and what is spiritual. So apart from understanding that the spouse may be a phlegmatic or melancholic, some things you have to know spiritual. It's a couple. The problem is spiritual, and now it comes from a child. Are we there? It comes from that place where you discern that this is not the character of this person. Something is wrong. And then the Holy Spirit takes you into different dimensions of the person's life, which will help us to go better, to do better in our counseling career. Okay? It will help us to do better in our counseling career. And if you have to remain without this, you will just be doing everything in the flesh, in the flesh, in the flesh, in the flesh. And it will be challenging. Your counseling will be challenging because you will be limited. How do I know a blended, just like we have said here? As far as I know, it's true I've not worked much with Mabia, but I know that, all right, Mabia is a melancholy. I don't know the other part of it. Maybe there's a blended temperament that is making her more beautiful, more better in her character, in her working with people. Now, taking the Spirit of God, which is, for example, we talk about love, joy, peace. A counselor is not a moody person. So imagine somebody meeting a kind of, somehow, one of the moody people we have, moody qualities, we have a melancholy. Nothing. I'm there. So if you are moody, it will be difficult because you don't accommodate people. So if you have a second natural temperament, it will either be phlegmatic or sanguine. But without this, the Holy Spirit is helping you to discern beyond. So the love keeps the person. That's what we talk about empathy. It keeps the person comfortable in your environment. Patience gives you the ability to listen without even interrupting. So a sanguine person that is doing like that, or a choleric, must be patient with the counselee. So the fruits of patience must manifest. Long suffering is not just about you being, no, in your counseling career, you must endure. Sometimes even insults. A counselee can come like that, a husband come, or a wife, they are threatening you. You know, you must endure some things. You must have this in you to be able to go through your counseling. These things are very important. You must be a kind person. Sometimes there are some things as a counselor, as God provides, you can give money to solve a problem in the life of a couple. As the Lord provides. A couple can come and you see that, okay, see these people, if they have this business, it will solve their problem. And the fruit of the Spirit, kindness, will manifest. You have money, you say, okay, let's see how I can pay this child's school fees. I think it will solve the problem in this marriage. But if you don't have a kind heart, you may not. So all these things put together builds up your counseling skills. So when they are entering your presence, they have comfort, they have a listener, they have a patient, a good, a kind person, a person that can walk with them through. So, for example, somebody comes to your office and the person says, please don't talk. I just want you to listen to what I am going through. Don't advise me, please. I'm just looking for who to speak out. You get it? So it's not coming that you should tell him that, okay, no, I just need someone to talk to. Can you give me a hearing ear? So I've not come for you to tell me that, go and take care of my wife like this. Okay, let's try this. I've not come for any. The only therapy I need is that therapy that patients can give. So you listen to the person. You know, if you are not patient, you cannot listen. You cannot. So you must be patient. You will be tempted to even stop. No, you just, hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. Say, okay, I'm listening. Somebody can talk for 1 hour. You are not supposed to cut. You are not supposed to interrupt that person. So you must have the fruit of the spirit. That's what we call the spirit-controlled temperament. You are controlled by the fruit of the spirit. Gentle. In our talking, you practice gentleness in speech, in action. Gentleness. Somebody can even beat the wife in front of you. You just have to be gentle. You just have to be gentle and take it easy and say, okay. And that is counseling for us. In a way that you are not for or against. Somebody is beating the wife, you don't just come in and you are gentle to separate. A counselor does not have a side. The only side the counselor has is for the marriage. It's for that relationship. Your side is the betterment of that relationship. So the husband is not correct, the wife is not correct. The husband is not wrong, the wife is not wrong. You are the one to judge it at the end, and then you put them to better their lives. Sometimes people report from their point of view, like I said. A melancholy can explain and cry. They will just be crying because I don't even know. But a sanguine, Mama, I said they can exaggerate now. They can talk until they even accuse you. And then you ask yourself, is it me they're analyzing or is somebody else? And so if you don't have discernment, which is even also a gift of the spirit, if you don't have discernment, you can take a sanguine spouse version to condemn maybe a phlegmatic or no, a melancholic spouse. You can take it like that. Yes, this person, until you look at it, okay. So this man is doing all of this to this woman. The woman can exaggerate. Because they can exaggerate. They can talk. Okay. I think we have gone somewhere. We can talk now. Any question?
Okay. My
Yes,
question is, my question is like making the point that I think I was lost, but I found myself. Then let me ask my question to confirm if really I'm on the right track. That is,
yes.
with these different types of temperament, they are interwoven. An individual can have maybe some. An individual can be some kind of sanguine, some kind of small choleric, some kind of melancholy, some kind of phlegmatic.
Yes.
Right. Okay. If I had this in mind, I would have done the assignment.
You can have it, but now you see this place of total at the end. So it is where you have really your major and your minor. You get it? The others are just, you can have it. There are people that are strictly 2 or 1. So, but we always work on the major and the minor at the same time. But you can have some traits, all of this. You can have. You can have melancholy, you can have a phlegmatic, even sanguine traits. You can have the qualities. But at the end, when you see the total, you see that I'm not a sanguine because my things, they are not even up to 10 here. in all of these 20.
Okay.
But you come somewhere around maybe choleric, you are seeing yourself maybe around, I'm already more than 10. You come to maybe melancholy, you're already more than 10. You see now that at the end of the day, this combined total is your strength has to give you generally now who really you are.
Okay, ma. All right.
Which is very interesting. You see, even when children are growing, you already know that this one will lead these children. This is the leader of my house. This one is the boss. This one likes order. You don't know when you are saying those things. These are their temperaments you are talking about. This one likes order. This one talks a lot. Oh, I've seen when this child tries to talk, the child can explain for Africa, like we used to say. So when you know that, I know that myself in relationship, how do these temperaments work? And then now it will be easy for me to help these.
Okay.
Mom, I want to tell you, this is one of the first that should always be part of your counseling. If you get serious into counseling, like if you take a serious case, like just work on it, say, okay, let's talk about it. Especially premarital counseling is very nice. It is. Because people hide all kinds of things. Speaking in tongues, oh, this person is a church person. You know that thing is committed to church. No, if you remove that commitment in church, who are you? I am a choleric, and a choleric beats every day. Choleric are people who beat. They can punch. Boy. So those are the kind of people. So you see how your spouse, a choleric wife can punch husband. She will look, he say, hey, is this my wife that is shaking me like that?
Hey, I'm a choleric, but I don't have that one. I don't have that shaking on.
Jesus has helped you. Personal development has helped you. Information has helped you.
Instead, I'm
knowledge
very weak.
has helped.
I'm a very weak person. Very, very weak.
It means that your choleric is a minor.
I'm very weak. I don't have power.
Yes, after it is minor.
Uh-huh.
So it is that thing that will always push you to want to do when things are not great. You see. So it's like that. Any other question? Are we there or experience or like that? Hello.
Yes, Pastor Mio.
Yes, sir.
So does it mean that if you are a melancholic and you get married to a melancholic husband, will you people really match well, or is like there will be no problems, or how?
No, the two of you will be very orderly, but the issue is your pace of growth will be slow in life. It has its challenges. You see now?
Yeah.
Yes. And then perfectionist, two perfectionists. It has its own challenges.
Yeah.
You see, this thing is always nice. It should be a jigsaw kind of thing where this one is fitting into this one.
when the man is a talkative, it's always good. The wife is just calm. When two scatter people, you know those. So it's either one is a major. If two melancholics have to get married, it means that one of them should have a major that is not melancholy. Temperament.
Okay.
Because these things, how your home will already look like, except information comes in. See, like I said, personal development has helped us. Knowledge of this temperament and personality is helping us. So for those who don't have information, they'll just be acting anyhow.
Okay.
You see, right?
All right. Yes.
So in that book that I'm recommending, there are also character blends that can go. There are many other books, like even the one in front of me. I have a model marriage where they can tell you where something, which one is really nice, which one is fitting, which of the temperaments are really fitting. That can make a perfect match.
I like the modern marriage because of the images that are there.
Image woman, they are there. That's good. It's true. So those are books that we read. We help ourselves. One of my best books is Modern Marriage. Yes. It helps me a lot. So, are we there? Any last questions so that we enter into closing for the next? Is everything okay today, Mabia? Generally, like I said, why dog? Mommy E, is it okay? Pastor Law?
Yeah.
Mommy Kara, I know a bit you are lost, but you
Yeah, we are
catch it.
I'm following. It's good. It's okay.
Yes. Mommy Kara, I know that you are a bit lost, but just know it's easy. It's not that you have to take time, study them, and work with them, but it's easy to get it. When we understand, when you want to shout, you say, oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm shouting. Now I want to shout. Is it necessary to shout? Your senses are working. And then when you are too quiet, you say, ah, is this calmness? What is the benefit of it? You know, all of these things. So it really helps us. I thank God for somebody, but these people that discover these things.
Tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what has happened with my because you see, when the Bible talks about a natural man, you see the Bible talks about the works of the flesh. The way it talks about the works of the flesh, it talks about drinking, malice, all of those things. But you see, when you add these temperaments there, you really see who a natural man is. Out of any spiritual influence, even intellectual influence, or education, anything, that man, that is who he is. A choleric will act like that. A sanguine will act like that. A melancholy will act, and all of that. So now, some of the things will change for you because of knowledge. You are not acting again. Because it changes too with the environment. Okay? It changes with the environment. So you cannot act again like that. You are a child of God, number one. So spiritual development now has increased and has surpassed a natural man. So much so that when you will be thinking, you'll be tempted not to put anger because you have dealt with anger, but put the natural you. Are we understanding?
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Like if I didn't know that I have to be silent, a good listener. No, I'm not a good listener, so I will put I'm loud. You see now, I'll put it that I'm loud. that's just how we work. All right. I think we
Yes,
can close
Pastor Me.
so that
See, I have one of my aunts. When
okay.
we go to church, if they give 50 prophecies in church, she will come and repeat word for word, word for word. When you want to say that, no, it was like this, say that, no, you have skipped this part. She will explain to you word for word. That, I mean, direct for 50 people.
Analytical.
Man.
They are like that. And you, a sanguine, you don't really forget and say, either you are adding or you are even forgetting.
They'll even say that they gave prophecy. I'll be saying that they even gave it to whosoever. What did they even say? So she's like our reference in the house. She is our reference in the house. When they are giving, we know that she will come and give us the details. In fact, she will even tell you what this person was wearing, the shoe. I'm like, what kind of a thing did this say?
There are people like that.
Because you can come and sit with me like this, Pastor Me, and leave. I will not even know the shoe or the dress you were wearing. Because I don't pay attention to
like you don't
that.
pay
I don't pay
attention
attention to
like
things
I
like
said.
that. Yes. Master.
Oh,
And when she got married, that's how they had.
God bless us. Annie.
Yes, mommy. She got married. The husband too was like that. So the first 3 years in their marriage. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the husband too was like that. So for the first 3 years in their marriage, it was terrible. Serious fight in the house every day. But now I think they have understood themselves and they are talking and
Okay, you see why? This one is in order. My order means I want my shoe to be like this. This other person's order means I want my own shoe to be like this. But all is order.
yeah.
You see now?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, putting your shoe here as order. This other person. So the two people, their order, they will always argue.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time. May the Lord bless and strengthen